K9GPR. This is M9GDP. Are you on here yet, Jimmy?
K9GPR, I'm here, Greg. I'm going to be calling the net on this repeater tonight.
All right. Could you check me in early? I've got a few things to do here, so not sure what time I'll be back on.
Well, you always go past 10 o'clock. But I'll tell you what, I'll put you down as early check-in. If you check in later during the net, we'll put you down as the general check-in then. So, okay, sounds good. K9GPR, we'll be clear.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jimmy. I'll catch you later on.
KD9MED.
KD9MED, this K9GPR. Hello, Kerry.
Howdy. I just wanted to tip you off that I don't have any DX tonight. I didn't turn on the radio even once this week. I've been really busy. I'll see you in a few minutes. KD9MED.
Okay, Kerry, sounds good. Don't worry about it. Stuff happens. And I got your package in mail yesterday. Thanks. K9GPR will be clear. Be stand by for the net. Go ahead, Mike, K9GPR. Okay, I've got him checked in. Thanks, Mike. We'll be calling to that in a couple minutes. K9GPR. Well, good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GPR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. That's what this hobby Rams radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or if the PL on your radio is not working properly, You can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency of the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you in the net. Also, this is the Friday, April 28th, 2023 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. This net is being live streamed on the internet, and for those of you who are listening and you want to check in on the internet, go ahead and check in with Mike, K9MED. He's live streaming this net, and just check it on the internet, and he in turn will relay your internet to me on the radio, just like KF9SD Pat checked in as early as check-in. So, okay. Okay, also, if you're on the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions. You're too far away from it, or, of course, you don't have internet access. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN. 232-3636, local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio if at all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short-time remote stations. We already had one short-time station. That's Greg N9GBP, also one of my early bird check-ins. And if you have a family commitment, if you're rather concentrated or driving, or you can't stay for the net for one reason or another, we will talk. We will take your check-ins. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After we get them a short-time remote stations, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in, see whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, or handfests. We got handfest coming up a week from this coming Sunday. We'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun Net, the Tech Corner. This is our Tech Net portion. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Mobile, base, or all mode? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Also, we will do the W9. No, we're not doing that anymore. We're doing the Friday Night Fun Net at DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? We sure would love to hear from them. So get those DX reports ready. Then we'll have our SWAT net. You have any items about sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, ramps, radio, or computers? We will do that. I do have some SWAT net traffic from Dave, N9DLB here in Freeport, which I'll pass along in a few minutes. I'm not going to have a topic this week. What I'm going to do is we're just going to have a regular roundtable. And as soon as we get done, I got a recipe. I booked a great taste of Spam. This is the popular meat there that everybody's been eating for years. This is the snacks, light main dishes, and the state fair winning recipe. This is what we're going to cook. I'm going to read some of these recipes. Anybody who's a big fan of Spam. Okay. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time mobile stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9KZT Swearing, short time. W9JTC Portable, short time. You have a great net, Jimmy.
AC9NW, short time, no traffic.
K9BU, short time. This is Michael in Janesville.
Okay, all stations are stand by here. Let me announce these check-ins. K9KZT, Larry and Robert, King of CW. Got you checked in to Larry, 73, have a good evening. W9JTC, Jamie and Robert, I've got you checked in. You short time, you have a good evening, and thanks for checking. AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, I've got you checked in short time. You have a good evening, thanks for checking in. AA9BU, Mike and Janesville, I've got you checked in short time. You have a good evening, thanks for checking in. Now that last station, I'm just barely able to copy you at all. You might want to increase your power, maybe increase your audio a little bit. But Robert was at you, K9ICH, trying to check in.
KT9GCR, this is KT9ICH. Yes, that's me. If my audio is low, I'm using a brand new headset. Have not used it before, so a little feedback would be good. Thank you.
Okay, Robert, I've got you checked in. 73. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short time on both stations would like to check in this time? Please call now. Okay, somebody trying to check in. All I got was a mic click, but that was about it. Try that one more time, please. Okay, no more short. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 short time stations tonight. So okay, now let's move to general check-ins. At this time, I will take the general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KD9YBG, Dale and Rockford, and no traffic.
KD9YBG, Dave, southeast of Rockford, have got you checked in. The new kid on the block here. This was last Friday night was his very first. I was his very first contact here on the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, Dale, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois with the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
W3MBX, Matt and Rockford, no traffic.
W3MBX, Matt and Rockford, we've got you checked in, Matt. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois with the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle, who's live streaming this net on the internet. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in. Thanks for all you do. We'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I will take general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. We have 8 general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin who'd like to check in. Please call now.
Good evening, Jimmy. This is KD9GDY, Jim, on the north side of Beloit.
K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville, no traffic. Wisconsin.
Okay, stations are stand by. We got a double in there. Okay, KD9GDY, Jim in the north, and Beloit have got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round over here. Thanks for checking in. K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville have got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thank you for checking in. There was another station in Southern Wisconsin trying to check in. Other station, come back, please.
KC9RGT, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norman, Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from southern Wisconsin? I'd like to check the Friday night fun net. Please call now.
KD9MED, Gary and Rockford.
Okay, Gary, I got you checked in. Hey, we're not formal on this net, so don't worry about it. I was taking check-ins from southern Wisconsin, but hey, Gary, I've got you checked in. Don't worry about it. We're not formal here. I'll put you down. Thanks for checking in, Gary. We'll get back to you a few minutes around table. And thanks for that package you sent me in the mail. I got that in the mail yesterday, so thanks. I enjoyed the reading of that. So thank you very much. Okay, let's go ahead with any general check-ins from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday night fun net. Please call now.
N9EGF, Jimmy, Kevin, in Roscoe, no traffic.
N9EGF, Kevin and Roscoe, I've got you checked in. Kevin, I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin on the Friday night fun net? Please call now. Okay, I almost forgot to mention it. It's Friday night fishing right night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappie, bluegills, or what have you. Those of you in the Milwaukee area are eating their Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, or Braunschweiger. Of course, they're tailgating at American Family Field in Milwaukee. The Brewers are playing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. So they're getting to see the great Shohei Ohtani. Whether he'll pitch in that series or not, we'll wait and see what happens. Okay. Any more general changes from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin on the Friday night fun net? Please call now. Okay, there being no further check-ins. We'll get more check-ins as the night goes on. You know that. So okay, we'll move on with the traffic portion. Sandwich Ampest. You know what? I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna get out this. Let me get out my ham rag here. I want to do this right here. Okay, here we go. The DeKalb Ham Fest, sponsored by the Kishwaukee Hams Radio Club. Sunday, May 7, 2023, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Vendor tailgate setup Saturday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Sunday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. via the back gate. Now, $8 advance tickets at the double stubs, and $10 admission at the gate. Single stub. By the way, Richard, N9ZO in Belvedere still has those $8 advance tickets to the Sandwich Ham Fest. You can give him a call at area code 815-23. Why do I want to say that? You can give Richard a call at area code 815-547-8686. I repeat, area code 815-547-8686. So, okay, now. There will be overnight camping on the fairgrounds. $20 per night, includes electric and sewer. They'll be held rain or shine. They'll be held in 2 large buildings. 3 cash prizes, drawings every half hour. There'll be free outside tailgating. There will be no VE testing session. I repeat, there will be no VE testing. Chairs not furnished. Bring your own chair. Food vendors, it will be from Hy-Vee. Now, the fairground regulations prohibit vehicles in buildings. Sorry, you cannot park inside the building. So, all right. Now, just hold on. I gotta find the, oh boy. Where is the call-in frequency? I can't, oh yeah, here we go. The talk-in is a K9RFD Repeater 146.730. That is a PL 100.0 minus offset. Or you can contact them on 146.52 Sunquest. So once again, Sandwich at Amfest, next week from this coming Sunday, May 7th, at the Sandwich Fairgrounds. Actually, it's the decal of Amfest, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, does anybody else have any traffic that you'd like to pass along? Okay, let me get my papers straightened out here. Now we're gonna do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corners. This is our TechNet segment. This is where anybody who has any technical questions may please feel free to do so. What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions at this time? Please go ahead. Okay, then, all right, we'll move on to the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? We would like to hear from them. By the way, Terry, KD9MED does not have any DX reports this week. He had, don't worry about it. Anybody else have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, no DX. Well, we're moving right along tonight here, folks. Okay, next on the list will be the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of RAM, trading, or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. Any mentioned price over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic they'd like to pass along? Okay, I do have some swap net traffic. However, this is from Dave, N9DLB here in Freeport. He has a rotor that he wants to get rid of. He has okay. He also has a 55-foot rotor wire and a rotor pipe, and he's asking $250. He also has the H22600 radio, and you also have the software that goes with that radio. You can contact Dave at area code 815-232-4646. Area code 815-233-4646. 233-4646. He also has a 2-meter mobile antenna. He is asking $225 for that mobile antenna. Now, does anybody have any questions concerning these items for sale? N9DLB, go ahead, Dave.
Correction on that. That mobile antenna goes with that mobile, and the software, all three of them for 125. And I don't have a rotor and pipe. I have a rotor and plate that goes for that ham 4 rotor. So, any questions, you can give me a call at that number.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave, for checking in. Anybody have any questions for Dave? Reference these items for sale. Well, Dave, I hope your phone rings off as the late great Russ Love, N9LXS used to say. Okay, Dave. Hey, thanks for checking in with your swap net traffic. Okay. Is any other? I can't even talk tonight. Anybody else have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, let's go ahead with the round table. I'm not having a topic tonight. We're just gonna go along here. Let's see. That's right. They're all checked in short time tonight. So, Dale, and KD9MED, the new kid on the block as far as ham radio goes. What is going on with you tonight, Dale?
Well, I had work today, so I didn't have a whole lot going on. I just kind of did a little cleaning up in the greenhouse, and kind of got my plants moved over, and just kind of getting things ready for planting season. KD9YBG, back to you.
That's later on. I think sometime next month or something. I'm going to ask everybody if they're having a vegetable garden this year, and what kind of plants you're going to plant or what have you. That'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, Dale. Hey, thanks for checking in. Radio-wise, how are you doing?
Everything's doing pretty good over here. I mean, everybody sounds pretty clear tonight, and I just got to get my HF antenna put up now that it's getting warmer outside. KD9YBG.
You better wait till next Tuesday to do that, because it's supposed to be cold and chilly and rainy all throughout to the weekend and even into Monday. So better wait till Tuesday next week to do that.
I see it's going to be a little bit colder coming in again.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I heard some good news. Next weekend, we're supposed to be in the upper, I think this pattern is supposed to finally break. And we're supposed to finally get some May-like weather, spring-like temperatures in the mid to upper 60s for the following weekend. I think that'd be great. Forget this weekend, wait for the next weekend.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I mean, if it's going to be cold outside, might as well just kind of hang in the house.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, Dale, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, and good luck and all you do, and thanks for participating in the CW practice with Larry K9KGT here. Okay, let's move on. W9AXD, Matt and Rockford, what's going on with you?
KC9GCR, W3MBX. Good evening, Jimmy in the net. Yeah, not much. Just kind of a long week at work, and a busy weekend coming up with the family, and I really don't have much, but I'm really interested in that spam recipe that you keep talking about, so I'll be hanging on for that. Back to net.
I'm going to be reading them here in the next few minutes here, so okay, thanks for checking in there, Matt. Okay, K9MED, Mike in Rochelle. He's live streaming this net on the internet around the world. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Mike, what is going on with you? This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. Sounds good there. There's nothing like visiting an old friend you haven't seen for 40 years. I think that's great. Okay, thanks for checking in. Let's see. K9GDY, Jim, and Boyd, what's going on with you?
Good evening there, Jimmy. Thanks for doing the fun net there. Not a whole lot. Tomorrow we got to go to our last rehearsal with the Kishwaukee Valley Concert Band. We have a concert on Sunday. I believe it's at St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Rockford. So it should be a good concert. Sunday at 3 p.m., St. Mark's. And that'd be the Kishwaukee Valley Concert Band playing. So I play trumpet, and the YL, who's also a ham, is also a French horn player. So that'll end our season, and then we're going to go continue on with the Turtle Creek Chamber Orchestra throughout the summer. So that's what's going on in the private world. As far as radio, just checked on a couple local nets this week. Didn't really play any HF at all. I did check in on 80 meters to one net this morning. That's about it. So I think I'll turn it back to you, and I want to say hi to Norm up there in Orfordville. Norm, I graduated from Orfordville way back in 1975, so I'm familiar with your stomping grounds there, buddy. Okay, this is KD9GDY, Jim in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Okay, that definitely sounds good there, Jim. Okay, hey, yeah. HF wasn't anything to write home about, especially today. I could hardly hear the Ole Miss net at all on 20 meters. So that's last night the 40 meter in Ole Miss net was coming in pretty good there, but that was the way it was. It's been fickle all this week. I think ever since the Aurora came about. So, well, they'll pick up again. Okay, Jim, thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville. What's going on with you?
K9ZIP, good evening, Jimmy. Not much going on here. I'll mention last Sunday I did go out and do a Parks on the Air activation at the New Glarus Woods State Park here in Wisconsin. Lots of fun. It's been a long winter, so it was good to get out of the house and get to a park. The bands were terrible, but still made enough contacts to activate the park. Other than that, not much. Pretty normal week here. Back to you, Jimmy. This is K9ZIP.
Okay, that's good, Joe. So I think you missed the CW sessions with the Larry K9KZT, but I guess I know you had something else going on. Okay, Joe, thanks for checking in. Have a good evening and enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. KC9RGG, Norman Orfordville. What's going on with you?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Well, Jim, I got some of the garden planted today. It was nice out there, so I got the peas in. I've got radishes, I've got kohlrabi, and some of the other early lettuce is in there, so we'll see if it comes up. And I even took a chance and I put a row of sweet corn in. I know it's way too early, but we'll see if it germinates. If it doesn't, I'll just replant it. And a big shout out to KD9GDY, a Orfordville alumni. Yeah, Orfordville's a pretty good school up here. My wife and I are big supporters, and we like it. And so it's good to hear from somebody that graduated from Orfordville. So I better give it back to you, Jim, and as you know, it's dark outside, so must be past my bedtime. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Okay, Norm, that sounds good. Yeah, this dark there, that's for sure. This is great. There, you got two amps graduate from the same high school. I think that's wonderful. That's great. Okay, Norm, 7-3. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you next week. Now, Kerry, KD9MED. What is going on with you?
This is KD9MED. Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Oh, I've been really, really busy attending to various crises, and there's so many things I have to do that I have to make to-do lists now, daily to-do lists. I haven't had to do that since I retired. That was almost 7 years ago now. Brief reset. One of these things that's happening has got me driving to Chicago every week, and I could tell you stories about driving in Chicago. I think one interesting thing now is that they don't have toll booths on I-90 anymore. You just drive, and you don't have to stop, and they use a license plate reading recognition system to bill you, you know. Brief reset. That's really cool. I think it's kind of funny that when you get the bill, it says this is for a violation, you know, when actually you're just using the convenience that they provide you, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Brief reset. I've been putting off, and I finally did the lawn today, mowed the lawn. It's about a foot high, but it was today or never, because it's going to rain for 40 days, I guess. So I'm really glad to have that out of the way. Thanks a lot, Jimmy. KD9MED.
You're welcome, Matt. Sounds good. Thanks, yeah. If you would have waited too long, I don't know. I think usually the city usually comes along, they check your property, and if they see the lawn's not mowed proper, you get a notice or something like that. Yeah, might as well get that done before you get like a notice in the mail about telling you to mow that lawn there. That's for sure.
Oh, the authorities don't spend a whole heck of a lot of time in my neighborhood, Jimmy. But yeah, I guess that's the way it's supposed to work. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good. I think that's the same way here in Freeport there too. Okay, Kerry, thanks for checking in. So okay, N9EGF, Kevin and Roscoe, what's going on with you?
KC9GCR, N9EGF. Boy, not too much today, Jimmy. It was another pretty day today. Didn't have a whole lot to report. Kurt and I had lunch. We caught up a little bit. He had been gone for a while. I had been gone for a while, so we had a nice lunch together. But other than that, not too awful much going on here. Get the galoshes and the raincoats out. It sounds like it's going to be a nasty weekend. But other than that, that's about all I have to report, my friend. Thanks for doing the net tonight, Jimmy, and we'll listen out here. N9EGF.
You're welcome, Kevin. Sounds good. Yeah, you know that out of the 7 days a week, this is my all-time favorite day, Friday, for obvious reasons. This is my weekend. Today, Saturday and Sunday, I couldn't care less. I think it stemmed from when I was in the hospital 2 years ago battling COVID. They didn't. I was getting therapy sessions every Monday through Friday, none on the weekends. I thought, oh no, another boring weekend. I want so bad to get out of there. That's for sure. That's why I'm not really big on weekends anymore. So that's how. This is my weekend today and tonight. Thanks for checking in there, Kevin. Now, Dave, N9DLB here in Freeport, about a mile east of me. Are you still with us? What's going on with you? Okay, I guess you left us there. So, okay, that concludes my list. We have 8 more stations. Want to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time. You can come over your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you just turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 38 minutes there, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun net from everywhere in the region. What's wrong traffic? Please call Case on GCR.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ, Alan Rochelle, what's going on with you?
Got off the telephone. What was I gonna say? Other than that, just trying to stay cool. I've still got my patio door open, and it's still. I haven't looked lately, but it's probably still in the upper 70s in here.
Well, you know, living in a trailer for all these many years, you know those trailers really get warm inside, and especially if there's no insulation on the roof there. You got to have some. You got to keep some fans going there or what have you, and have a door or window open just to get some air moving inside. That's the way it is.
Oh yeah, well, it didn't help that they cut down all the trees, and I don't have any shade anymore either.
Yeah, that ain't a good idea either. Well, we used to do a lot of camping years ago on many trailers there, and I know just what you mean about those trailers getting warm. Even if it's cool outside and the sun beats down those trailers, it gets warm in there. We still have to have fans running there. So that's how it goes there. So okay, okay, Al. I see on the news Rochelle's they're gonna get 6 more new firefighters here.
Oh yeah, always growing. We've been getting a lot of new industry in town, so that means you have to build up your fire department and stuff a bit.
Yeah, that's for sure. Here in Freeport, we're waiting for a grant money from the federal government. If that goes through, we'll be able to hire 9 more new firefighters and get new ambulances and new fire trucks. We just recently got a new ladder truck there, so that's how it goes. Of course, the majority of your calls to the fire department are not fires. They're calls. They're ambulance calls and what have that. Well, that's the way it is, like in Rockford and here in Freeport too.
Oh yeah, I have a scanner too. Yeah, the ambulance is kept busy.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. What they ought to really do is just keep those ambulance calls. They should be limited to emergencies only. That they need a non-emergency call for a lift assistance or somebody to go to a nursing home, they should call a private ambulance service. But I feel that's the way it should be. That would cut down on some of the calls or what have you, and a lot of the money being spent also. That would save on wear and tear on some of those ambulances too.
Now I know. When I end up having to take the ambulance to the hospital here, versus when they transfer me to Rockford and I have to ride in an ambulance, and when I transfer, it's a private ambulance, and of course when they pick me up at home, it's the city ambulance, and I'll tell you, the city ambulance is a lot more comfortable and rides a lot better. Our ambulance here in Rochelle has air ride suspension on them, and they ride like a car. where these private ambulances, it's like riding in a dump truck.
Okay, I believe you, Al. I believe you. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, the Boone County District 2 is going to get, they're going to get their own ambulance service now. They're going to get, so that'd be good. I think City of Belvedere is going to get their own ambulances too now too. So okay, Al, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll definitely talk to you maybe tomorrow night on the health and the tech night. I don't know who'll be net control. We'll find out about that tomorrow night. Thanks for checking in. Are there any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Hi, Jimmy. W9AXD Chad up in Janesville. Good evening.
W9AXD. Chad has got you checked in. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about your net last night. Of course, we had the health and we had our Skywarn training nets. Ricky, WX9RLT was asking a question about, do you have a weather radio? What's your mountain number and what have you? That's what we were talking about, and I got into of course, I did the health and tech net afterwards, but I completely forgot about it. How many chickens did you have last night?
Well, apparently everybody else forgot too, Jimmy. I didn't have one person last night, so that lasted a whole 6 minutes.
Oh boy, that's what happened here a few minutes ago with our, a few weeks ago with our Stevens County Aries net. I'm in that control of that, and then we have it every Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock on the 3.9 repeater. But that's what happened too. But stuff happens. So okay. What else is happening with you, Chad?
Well, this week I've been playing radio a lot more than I usually do. I'm talking to you on a TYT Mike Delta Uniform Victor 380. It's the dual band analog / DMR handheld. So we're going to put up in the summer here sometime, once I get things going, I'm going to put up a DMR repeater. Be kind of cool. But I just was fighting to get this thing up and running here since Monday night. Couldn't get the driver installed, but then finally got that on Wednesday, and then figure out how to run the software to get a little bit programmed. So I just programmed it enough just to see if I could do it. So here I am.
That's good, Joe. Hopefully you get that new DMR repeater going there and working there. Okay, Chad. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll talk to you down the log. I will definitely remember to check into your net next Thursday night. Thursday night at 7 p.m. on 146,400 Simplex in Janesville. W9AXD has the Rock County Simplex net. Okay. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
Jimmy, appreciate it, buddy. I'll be in the background here at W9AXD.
Standby hotline. KC9DDF, KC9DDF, KC9GCR. Okay, that was John KC9DDF checking on the Friday Night Fun Net online. We're going to see if we can get into the repeater, but he can hear us, but he can hear Al pretty good, especially on the input. But that's about it. So we'll put him down. We'll put John down. One moment, please. Okay, John K9DDF has already checked on the. I use my red pencil, my red ink, red pen to any station to check it on the phone. Friday Night Fun Net on. I got my red touchstone telephone. Okay. Any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay. Those of you younger people out there, you know about spam. You think that's something that you use on a computer. But for us, the more experienced people who've been around for a long time, spam is something you eat. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I got a little cookbook here, The Great Taste of Spam. Snacks, light main dishes, and state fair winning recipe. So we had talked about this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to look for a recipe. I'm going to see what I can find here. All right. Okay. Okay, here's a recipe for spam nachos. 10 and 1/2 ounce bag of cheese tortilla chips. 1 12-ounce can of spam luncheon meat cubed. 1 15-ounce can of cheese refried beans. 1 16-ounce jar of cheese salsa. 1 8-ounce package shredded Mexican pasteurized processed cheese. Okay. Heat oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Place chips on the baking sheet. Sprinkle spam over chips. In bowl, combine refried beans and salsa. Pour over chips. Sprinkle spam over chips. In bowl, combine refried beans and salsa, pour over chips. Sprinkle with the cheese. Bake 6 to 7 minutes or until cheese is melted. Serve immediately. Make 10 appetizer servings. Okay, there's your recipe for spam nachos. All right. That'll be good. You know, next Friday is the Cinco de Mayo or the 5th of May. That could have something to do. You could have that. By the way, that holiday is not as big in Mexico as it is here in this country. Mexico's big day is their Independence Day. All right. One moment, please. Next recipe I'm going to read. Classic spam potato salad. 2 pounds, about 6 medium potatoes. 1 12-ounce can of spam luncheon meat cubed. 1/2 cup cooked diced carrots. 1/2 cup frozen peas thawed. 1/2 cup chopped dill pickles. 1/4 cup finely chopped onions. 3/4 cup mayonnaise or salad dressing, 2 tablespoons dill pickle liquid, 1 teaspoon prepared mustard. Cook unpeeled potatoes in boiling water until tender. Drain. Cool slightly. Peel. Cool to room temperature. Cut into 1/2-inch cubes. In a large bowl, combine spam and potatoes. Add carrots, peas, pickles, and onions. Gently toss. Stir together mayonnaise, pickle liquid, and mustard. Gently stir into spam mixture. Cover and refrigerate several hours. Serves 8 to 10. All right. That'll go over good. recipe for Spam Pizza Pockets. 1 7-ounce can Spam luncheon meat cube. 1 small green bell pepper chopped. 1 small onion chopped. 1/2 a cup chopped mushrooms. 1 1-pound loaf frozen bread dough thawed. 1 egg beaten. 1 tablespoon grated Parmesan cheese. 3/4 cup pizza sauce. 1 teaspoon Italian seasoning. Heat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In skillet, saute Spam, green peppers, onions, and mushrooms until lightly brown. Divide bread dough into 6 equal parts. Roll into 6-inch circles. Brush circles with egg and sprinkle with cheese. Divide Spam mixture among bread circles. Top with 2 tablespoons pizza sauce. Sprinkle with Italian seasoning. Fold circles in half. Pinch edges together. Place on baking sheet. Bake 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. Serve 6. That's your recipe for Spam Pizza Pockets. Okay, now here's a recipe for Spam Western bean soup. 1 cup chopped of onions, 1 tablespoon vegetable oil, 1 cup sliced carrots, 3 10 1/2-ounce cans of condensed chicken broth, 1 14 1/2-ounce can of tomatoes, cut up for 1/3 cup chili sauce. 3 tablespoons firmly packed brown sugar, 3 tablespoons cider vinegar, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons prepared mustard, 2 15 1/2-ounce cans of pinto beans, rinse and drain, 1 12-ounce can of Spam luncheon meat cubed, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. In 5-quart saucepan, saute onion in oil until golden. Stir in carrots, chicken broth, tomatoes, chili sauce, brown sugar, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, and mustard. Mash half of beans with fork. Add mashed beans and whole beans to a soup. Blend well. Bring to a boil. Cover. Reduce heat and simmer 30 minutes or until carrots are tender. Stir in Spam and parsley. Simmer 2 minutes. Serve 6. Here's your recipe for Spam Western bean soup. Enjoy. Now we're going to get into the main dishes here. Already main dishes. All right, let's see. All right. Oh, boy. What do you want to have here? I'm looking here, folks.
You're looking, Jimmy. I have a Spam recipe if you want to have it.
Yeah, if you want it, go ahead.
Okay, it's pretty simple. This is W9AXD up in Janesville. I just call it Spam buns. You can call it whatever you want, but you take 4, this is as many as I make, 4 hamburger buns, split them in half, take a can of, regular can of Spam, and you kind of mash it up with a fork. You add in 8 ounces of cheddar cheese or whatever kind of cheese you want. Chop a medium onion, mix it together really good, and spoon the mixture onto the open-faced halves of the hamburger buns and broil for about 5 minutes. And that's pretty easy. That's about it. Back to that, W9AXD.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Dad, for that recipe. We sure appreciate this. Okay, now, I'm going to, there's a recipe for Spam skillet dinner. 3 medium zucchini, 1 onion thinly sliced, 1 tablespoon oil, 1 12-ounce canned Spam luncheon meat, 3 medium potatoes, peeled and sliced, 1 16-ounce canned tomatoes, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 3/4 teaspoon basil, 1/2 teaspoon oregano. Cut zucchini in 1/2-inch slices. In large skillet, over medium-high heat, saute zucchini and onion in oil 5 minutes, stirring often. Cut Spam into 8 slices. Halve each slice. Add potatoes, carrots, and Spam to skillet. 4 tomatoes overall. Sprinkle with herbs. Cover and simmer 25 minutes or until potatoes are tender, stirring occasionally. It serves 8. There's your recipe for Spam skillet dinner.
KE9N checking in.
KE9N, good evening, Kurt. What is going on with you?
Well, not a heck of a lot, Jimmy. I was kind of busy at work today a little bit, and I worked on a radio. I think I found the problem. It's a little bit of an older radio, and it had a little problem, and I think I found out what was wrong this afternoon on it. So now I'm going to make the repairs and see how we do. Other than that, boy, I'll tell you, it was just a gorgeous day yesterday, and it was really nice today.
Yes, it was. The roof's going to fall in tomorrow, but they're saying next weekend we're supposed to be in the upper 60s for highs. I think this pattern is finally going to break.
Well, that'll be good. Yeah, I know the farmer, I saw the farmer, he was out planting today, so spring is on the way and summer's coming. But I wanted to check in, Jimmy, and say hello, and I'll be listening for a bit.
Okay, sounds good there. Dean, K9FLO hasn't checked in yet. Oh, that's right. It'll be another half hour before he checks in. So, okay. I was just reading recipes for Spam. They're cooking different soups or dishes or what have you. That's what I was doing.
No, I kind of gathered that a little bit. So, okay. Well, keep reading recipes, and our mouths are all watering.
Okay, sounds good there, Kurt. Hey, thanks for checking in. Hopefully, Dean will check in soon. So, thanks for checking in. Okay, do we have any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun then? Please call now.
I'll give you one for the count, Jimmy. Erica, KD9BBX, Janesville.
Okay, just a minute. KD9, Victor, Bravo, X-ray.
Roger, Kilo Delta 9, Victor, Bravo, X-ray. Erica, Echo, Romeo, India, Charlie, Kilo, Alpha.
All right, I got her checked in. Thanks.
Victor BI 9HR.
Thanks, Chad. Any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Okay, next recipe I'm going to read is for Spam a la King. 1/3 cup of chopped green bell pepper, 3 tablespoons butter or margarine, 3 tablespoons of flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon coarsely ground pepper, 1 cup water, 1 cup half and half, 1 chicken bouillon cube, 1 12-ounce canned Spam luncheon meat cube, 1/4 ounce of canned sliced mushrooms, drained. 1/4 cup of chopped pimento, puffed pastry shells, rice, or toast. In a large saucepan, saute green pepper in the butter until tender. Blend in flour, salt, and pepper until smooth. Stir in water, half and half, and bouillon cube. Cook over a low heat, stirring until bouillon dissolves and mixture boils and thickens. Add spam, mushrooms, and pimento. Cook and stir 3 minutes. Serve over puffed pastry shells, rice or toast. Serves 8. Serves 4, I should say. There's your recipe for Spam a la King. Okay, I think this is going to be the last recipe there. This is the recipe for Spam vegetable casserole. 2 10 3/4 ounce cans of cream of mushroom soup. 1/2 cup milk. 1/2 cup pasteurized processed cheese spread. 1 16-ounce package mixed frozen vegetables. 1 12-ounce canned Spam luncheon meat cube. 1 1/4 cups uncooked instant rice. 1 cup shredded cheddar cheese. 1 2.8-ounce can of French fried onions. 2 cups of crushed butter crackers. 1/3 cup butter or margarine melted. Heat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In bowl, combine soup, milk, and cheese spread. In large bowl, combine vegetables, spam, rice, cheese, and onions. Stir in soup mixture. Pour into 13 by 9-inch baking pan. Combine crackers and melted butter. Sprinkle over casserole. Bake 50 to 55 minutes or until hot. Serves 8. There's your recipe for Spam vegetable casserole. We got more recipes, but I think we'll save them for another time. So I hope you enjoyed those Spam recipes there. Okay. Do we have any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, you know what? I see we have some time left just after 9 o'clock, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do some trivia, Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is for the benefit of some of the prospective ham radio operators who are studying for their first technician test. You listen to us on a scanner. That's how. That's how Dale, KD9MED did it. He listened to us on the Friday Night Fun and several other nets. He was able to take and pass his test. So, okay, here we go. I gotta find out. Okay. Which of the following is used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? A BTBM. B, an antenna analyzer. C, a Q meter. D, a frequency counter. Which of the following is used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? A, a BTVM. B, an antenna analyzer. C, a Q meter. D, a frequency counter. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
B.
You are correct. You are correct. Which of the following is used to determine if an antenna is resonant at the desired operating frequency? Correct answer is B, Bravo. An antenna analyzer. An antenna analyzer contains a very low power signal source with an adjustable frequency and one or more meters to show impedance and SWR. And radio license manual, page 4-18. We'll find another one here. Oh, goodness sake, we're not going to read these questions. I'm going to find another one here. Okay. All right. What is the disadvantage of using a handheld VHF transceiver with a flexible antenna inside a vehicle? A, signal strength is reduced due to the shielding effect of the vehicle. B, the bandwidth of the antenna will decrease, increasing SWR. C, the SWR might decrease, decreasing the signal strength. D, all these choices are correct. What is a disadvantage of using a handheld VHF transceiver with a flexible antenna inside a vehicle? A, signal strength is reduced due to the shielding effect of the vehicle. B, the bandwidth of the antenna will decrease, increasing SWR. C, the SWR might decrease, decreasing the signal strength. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question?
A, KD9MED.
You are correct, Dale. You are correct. Well, this is the disadvantage of using a handheld VHF transceiver with a flexible antenna inside the vehicle. Correct answer is A, alpha. Signal strength is reduced due to the shielding effect of the vehicle. When using a handheld transceiver, let me reset. This is better. Okay, when using a handheld transceiver inside a vehicle, the standard flexible rubber duck antenna may not be an effective antenna. The vehicle's metal roof and doors act like shields, trapping the radio waves inside. Some of the signal gets out through the windows unless they're tinted with a thin metal coating, but it's as much as 10 to 20 times weaker than an external mobile antenna. Ham radio license manual, page 4-12. Okay, what is the electrical difference between RG58 and RG213 coaxial cable? A, there is no significant difference between the two types. B, RG58 cable has two shields. C, RG213 cable has less loss at a given frequency. D, RG58 cable can handle higher power levels. What is the electrical difference between RG58 and RG213 coaxial cable? A, there is no significant difference between the two types. B, RG58 cable has two shields. C, RG213 cable has less loss at a given frequency. D, RG58 cable can handle higher power levels. Anybody correct to answer this question?
C.
You are correct. You are correct. What is the electrical difference between RG58 and RG213 coaxial cable? Correct answer is C, Charlie. RG213 cable has less loss at a given frequency. In general, a larger diameter cable such as RG213 will have less loss than a small cable such as RG58. And radio license manual, page 417.
K9FLO.
K9FLO. Hello, Dean. Haven't heard you in a while. How you doing?
Good evening, Jimmy. Made it down here. Some things going on, but how's it going? How's the net going?
The net's going great. You're checking number 23. I was going to hold on the 255 repeater, but the conditions were not good, so I'm holding here.
Oh, sounding good here. No problem here. The usual, I think, whatever, 40, 50 over 9. So no problem as far as coming into here. And you're full quieting. So you meet all the requirements there of making it into a repeater there, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's for sure. 2 weeks ago, I held this net on the 255 repeater. Eric K9MCS just got his repeater back on the air again. He's using he's got a 120-foot tower, and he's using a commercial antenna instead of a regular ham radio antenna. It was just like old times when I ran this net on the 255 repeater. Now the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of noise or whatever. I don't know if it's a propagations or what have you. But that's about it. That's about it there. I was reading some spam recipes from the Great Taste of Spam there, and we didn't. There was no topics tonight. We just had a regular roundtable. And Kurt, the KD9MED is on there. In fact, he's listening right now. If you want to care to go back to him.
K9N, K9FO. Good evening, Kurt.
K9FLO, KE9N. Good afternoon there, neighbor Dean. Hope all is well. When I drove by this afternoon on the way home from work, the garage door was open, so you must have been doing something either in the garage or maybe just went in from outside or something, but I'm doing okay. What's new on your end? Anything?
Oh, not much. Sitting here, I have problems with my throat to get it cleared up. I ate a potato chip, and a son of a gun is just kind of hanging in there. Not much. Beautiful day today. Probably caught me trying to do some labor work or something like that, but sorry. I'll try not to do that again. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Going to figure out, well, I was going to ask you, you know, I got that bracket on the first section of the tower that I have the dipole hooked to, that stainless steel muffler clamp, I call it, which it is. And I got to take my TV antenna, my flying saucer, off the roof that's dead from the hailstorm. Got that, and I've got a new one, which is the same type. Put that, I'm going to mount it on the tower side. And I'm thinking of somehow mounting it to that side bracket, but I'm kind of worried about it because it'd have to be some kind of an L pipe arrangement, but what I could use it'd be strong enough. I'm not worried about that clamp because that's about, at least probably 3/8 of an inch thick stainless steel. And everything's heavy duty on that there, so I'm trying to figure out some way to mount that and to make something that would be lightweight for an L piece of pipe to mount that motorhome antenna on top of. Any ideas, Kurt?
I think the best thing would be for you to show me. I'm kind of following what you're saying, but if you want, I can stop over sometime and show me exactly what you're trying to do, and then I might have some better ideas.
Yeah, I think that would be great. You bet. Yeah, I'm going to have to take everything off the roof because of the roofers, and so I'm just going to retire that since the one that's on top there is shot. That's got, I guess, the roofers or the insurance guys, they get a bunch of little funny holes in it. So
that one's going into the dumpster. And so I got another one that's very similar to it, same brand. So I'm going to replace it, but side mounted onto the tower. And I think that'll work out because I can put it at the 6-inch level, the top of that, and not worried about any issues with, having more than enough strength and the wind not being an issue. So anyway, that's my big thing. Not much going on here. We got a club meeting Monday. I think we got everything sent out on that, and I think the weekend. I guess we're gonna have rain this weekend, so that's all right. I got the mowing done. My first mowing of the year I got done yesterday, so it felt good to start. The true start of spring is that first mowing, and I'll tell you what else. As you notice, all over the place, there's about 500 roofer signs all around the neighborhood. So looks like they're going to be busy this spring there. K9N, KD9FLO in the net.
K9FLO, KE9N. No, very good. Well, I did have lunch with Kevin, N9EGF. We had some things to talk about, and so I had lunch with him today, and then I went to work. I got an FT102 radio, and I got a problem with it. Basically what happens is it doesn't display any frequency, and there's something wrong. But if you move the mode selector knob, all of a sudden the frequency will display and you'll get noise. What do you want to say? The VFO and the oscillators are working and whatever. So I've had it, and I think I want to pedal it. It's a really good radio, though, except for that one problem. And I actually got all INRAD filters in it. But so I thought, well, I'm going to dig into it today and just get to the bottom of it. Well, come to find out, I was fooling with it a bit, and on the local board, which controls a lot of stuff, there is a relay there. And I thought, let me fool with that relay a little bit. And so what I did was, and you could turn the radio off. Let's say you had a frequency display. And you could go through the modes. Once you got it, you got it. And then you could go through the modes. It would stay. As soon as you shut the radio off and turn it back on, you'd have no frequency display again till you went to either the AM position or FM position. So consequently, I fooled with it. And on the local board, there is a relay there. And I thought, I don't know. I don't hear that kicking in or whatever. And I thought, let me take a look. So I took a screwdriver, I turned the radio on, and I was in the sideband position, and what I did then is I took and just took the plastic handle of the screwdriver, turned the radio on, no display, and I tapped on that relay, and poof, all of a sudden the display is there. So I tried that about 3 or 4 times, and it appears that's what it is. What I did do is I pushed very gently on the relay, thinking if there's a broken trace on the board, I would know it from that. But it actually takes a little bit of a hit, and I assume that there's one of the arms of the relay on the inside is just not making contact good enough or something. So I've kind of isolated it down to that. And also, I've got a couple new relays, and the board isn't real hard to take out. Some of those are just a real pain, but this control board isn't really tough to work on. So anyhow, that's my project for tomorrow is
you did it. That's the clock.
Oop, I think we doubled. What was that?
K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Okay, guys, go ahead and pick it up.
No, that's no problem. Go ahead, Dean.
I think I got 90% of it before you bought the clock. Very good. That's lucky. That's really lucky. So I assume it's one of those of the pop-on caps, and hopefully like 12 volts and things like that. Yeah, that's always interesting to find that. But I'll tell you what, that happens, especially on the older radios. It'd be beautiful if it was like a nice open frame. You get in there and get your heavy-duty file in there and clean the contacts. But it looks like you think it's just the contacts, or do you think it's like a break in the where it's the post is soldered onto the board?
Well, it could be that too. I haven't looked at it because I haven't pulled the board out. Now, the other side is the relay. No, we're not that lucky. I thought about that, and I thought, well, maybe I don't have to take the relay out. And what I did is I took every connector on the radio, and I used deoxit to begin with, because that's the first thing you do is you make an assumption that maybe just something has some oxide on it. So I took every connector off and used deoxit and what have you, put it on. That didn't solve the problem. So I thought, okay, let's poke around a little bit more and let's see. And I just happened to hit that relay, and that was about 4:30, so I was kind of quitting. I'm ready to go home. But I do have a new relay, and I'm going to check the voltage too and see what's going on with that and make sure it's got the right voltage. So I got to do a little more investigating, but I know it's got to be on that board. Without any question. Now, the other side was also, I thought, well, maybe I could just pull the cover off of that relay and take some deoxit just on a piece of paper and, rub it through the contacts. You can't do it. It's a sealed relay, actually. It's not the original relay, but it is a sealed relay. That was a replacement, so I actually got to take it off. But that's not real hard. I got a desoldering tool. But I think while I have the board out, then I'm going to check all the solder connections and maybe just touch them up on the other side, because I don't want to keep taking this thing in and out.
Well, that radio was generation number 2 after they went away from having tubes. So that's got to be a pretty good experience working on that there. I do have a bunch of relays of that size. So if you are out of luck, give me a call before you go out and order one. I've got a lot of it. I'm guessing it's probably 12 volt, but I do have some oddball ones too on that there. And, just from hoarding relays, I have an issue with relays, so I've got usually a pretty good bunch of them on hand. So it's always fun to work on something like that. It's always challenging to, you stumble onto the fact that, boy, you just tap this at the right spot and suddenly it all comes back to life. That's rather rewarding when it happens. Well, very good. And yeah, I'll give you a buzz and swing by. Since the weather changing, don't have to worry about snow anymore. Please hope not. And have you eyeball that up the tower and see what I still got to take the tower down, got to tilt that over because I don't know if I had any hail damage on the top of that tower. Everything seems to work okay, but one thing that seems and the reality is another thing. So this is a perfect time. I'm going to have to do that sometime too. So not looking forward to that, but that's our wonderful climate we live in. K9N, and then pick her up there, Kurt. I'll sit here on the side so Jimmy can run it, I guess. I don't want to take away his time.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, well, I can give you a call sometime and stop over and take a look at what you're talking about. Yeah, as far as the radio goes, it's not real tough. It's actually a hybrid radio, a 102, and it's got plug-in connectors. It's not like hardwired on everything, Whereas if you go back a couple generations, all that stuff was hardwired. So it's not like that. But I know I'm in the right area, and it could just be a bad solder joint. But I got new relays. I've already had them. I just happen to have some extra. So anyhow, I'm covered on that. But I want to take the board out and just kind of see what's going on. But once you tap it, then it stays okay, which is odd. But that's how it works. So anyhow, I'll get to the bottom of it. And other than that, boy, it really works well. All right, I'll say 7-3 to you, Dean, and then we'll send it back to Jimmy. Jimmy, thanks a lot for letting us kind of talk back and forth, and you can carry on. KC9GCR, KE9N.
This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Well, you're welcome, you guys. This is that's the one thing this is what I look forward to every Friday night when you guys get on. Of course, that wasn't the case for the past couple weeks there, but it's really great to hear you guys get on there. That's great there. So, Dean, when we were on the yesterday's Thursday evening Northern Illinois Skywarn training that was Ricky W9RLT. I was asking Ricky was asking everybody what kind of a weather radio you had, like a Midland or a radio or something else in the mountain number. So we're just kind of curious, what kind of do you have any weather radios at your house?
Jimmy, I do have a good question, and I'll answer two questions for you. The first question that you asked was spam. I enjoy spam. Of course, spam is made up here at the Hormel plant there at Beloit, so it's got to be good. And I enjoy that with some mustard on one side after it's fried, and then the mustard on one side along on either a bun or a couple slices of bread. That's an excellent meal. And let's see, your other question was, which I just forgot. Let me think here. Yeah, repeat that, Jim. Senior moment.
Weather radios. What kind do you have a weather radio? What kind is it? What maker model number? You remember it? We were just asking this.
Oh yes, we do, and it's one of those Midland. I can't think what the model number on it is. I couldn't tell you that, but all I can tell you is when it goes off, everybody can hear it within a block or two of the house. So that's probably the only complaint about this particular model, is they don't have any kind of a volume control on it when the alert goes off itself, so it absolutely drives us nuts. But usually when we have an alert here, that goes off, both the cell phones go off, and if you got the TV on, that's also going off. So unless the only way we would not hear it is if we were part of the event or dead. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Okay, well, I have two Midland weather radios. One is tuned to our Freeport weather station, which broadcasts out of the Quad Cities. One 162450, there's KCG56, and the other one is tuned to the Rockford weather station, which broadcasts out of Romeoville, KCG57 162475. Now, I suppose, you said you like to get your weather reports out of Sullivan. You probably have the weather station at Janesville programmed in your radio, or do you have a Rockford programmed?
Well, for here, the transmitter site for the Rockford, our Rockford site is there on Elmwood Road, up on top of the hill. Excellent location, running about a kilowatt out of that site. And for us, it comes in like about 50 over 9 here. It's really strong. And so they've got a great location. So it covers the county very well. And of course, we're just in the northern part of the county. But as far as weather stations go, or for the radar, out of Sullivan is the best for us because just the way the tracks seem to come across, it's always right along the state line. You know, the Roscoe, Beloit, Janesville. Otherwise, depending on time of the year, the storms will track, you know, out of this coming from the south or the southwest. So you want to go down to Quad Cities, watch that, and then once it gets closer to here, then switch over to the Sullivan, and then that will show the tracking for all your storms, you know, coming out of the southwest heading northeast. Very seldom ever look at the Chicago site because it's just not really showing the true tracking or is accurate. It probably is all the same, but you know, that's just what it seems like. So yeah, we use it. The wife loves it. She just listens to that stuff all the time. So yeah, I think the good thing is I hope that season's over now till this fall. KC9GCR, K9FO.
Yeah, I hear you. Here's the thing. I say if you draw a line from the Quad Cities, La Crosse, then from Milwaukee, and then down to Romeoville, and right to like the Quad Cities. We're right in the middle. Freeport is right in the middle of the square or whatever. We're right dab in the middle between the four stations there.
Very true. And you know, one thing we do here is we watch the Quad Cities coming out of there, because whatever is at Quad Cities, at least in the springtime and most of the time, it's always going to hit. Usually you're in the middle of it. Freeport seems like a favorite place for the storms to come through. And then it'll track up here and either head towards Rockton. If it doesn't do Rockford, it's going to be Rockton, Durand, and that area heading right exactly for us here. So yeah, it's I think our systems are pretty darn good now. Pretty much everything works well. The sirens go off quite well. So if we listen to the sirens all the time, we'd probably be in the basement a whole lot more than what we do. But yeah, I think we've got it pretty well perfected. But yeah, that's what I do. I've got a software program, or I belong to I can't think of the name of it, out of the Northern Illinois University. Gilbert Savinsky runs it, and anyway, I'm in that there, and he runs a software or a program that you can get into, and you have your own almost exclusive radar, and it's kind of fun watching it because that's what the storm chasers used to use, and so you're really on top of it. But I got here in the last major event, I got hammered really bad with hail here, so we watched it. I couldn't believe I'd never seen when it hit here. It's the worst we've ever seen it in this area in probably over 45 years. So it was really quite an event. But the radar, you could actually see the hail event when it reached that point, and I don't want to ever see that point again. There, Jimmy, go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. You know, here at my radio desk, I got the telephone numbers, so like the local numbers and the 800 numbers for the National Weather Service offices in the Quad Cities, Chicago, Romeoville, Milwaukee, Sullivan, and La Crosse. So of course, I always if I have to call any of those stations there, I'll call the 800 numbers. They don't want those numbers released there, so I don't give them out over the air. But I also have to like their local numbers, so that what have you there. So I'm ready in case anything happens.
Very good. Yeah, that's what you got to do. I use a system here. It's called GR Level, and it's local out of Northern Illinois University. He created the software program and everything else, and probably 4,000 or 5,000 members in it now. And it was really big when the storm chasers were doing their thing. But it had a one-time membership you paid for a number of years ago, and it works very well, and it gets all the same information from the same source as what all your TV and radio stations get it. And I know a lot of hams have it too. I'm trying to think, see if I can find that here. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have it on this computer. But yeah, anyway, it's the guy that actually created this. He's don't know what he done in Northern Illinois, but he's teaches down there. But he used to be the weather forecaster up in Rockford at, I think it was Channel 13 many years ago. This is probably 25 years ago, and he's absolutely weather crazy there, but it's kind of fun to do. I guess it's almost like a hobby in itself. KC9GCR, K9FL.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Funnet on the K9RFD Repeater and Robert transferring Friday Night Funnet Central and Rebirth. Okay, you talking about Eric Nefstead or Eric Sorensen?
No, this is Gilbert Savinsky. That's his name, and he did the weather forecasting here, and I can't remember if it was 13 or 17. Can't remember which it was, but he was very much involved in it, and he actually, it's called Gilbert Ridge Software is the name of the software company, and he was the developer behind it, and it's quite a organization, it's quite a group now, and it's one you had to pay to join it a number of years ago, but he's always kept it that the original members had kept their you never had to pay for it after the first time, but it's good. It's very accurate and has all the details, just like the TV stations and that. And nice thing is, it's separate from everybody else. Anyway, there, Jimmy, that's my insight on the weather, and let's hope we're going to have a nice balance of the spring and nice warm weather. My lawnmower wants to be used more this spring, so I got a calling out there. Go ahead.
Sounds good there. Dean, yeah. I'm thinking we're going to have a cool spring and a hot summer. That's what I'm thinking. So, hey, Dean, it's always a pleasure talking to you. You have a good night. Hopefully we'll talk to you next Friday night. And 7-3, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. So talk to you next week.
All right, Jimmy, take care. I'm ready to call tonight, but everybody have a great evening, and catch you next week. KC9GCR, K9FL Beekler.
Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now.
AK9F, mobile and Beloit, no traffic, and I would like to speak to Dean for just a moment.
You go right ahead. The Dean, AK9F wants to talk to you.
Hi, Dave. What's happening?
I just wanted to let you know that GR Level 2 software is now available on Android for free. It's another program that actually does the same data sets, and they haven't developed all of the Level 2 stuff yet, but the Level 3 is all functional. All 20-some radar patterns are out there and all that. It's called WX Weather, but it's not publicly available yet. It should be available this summer. Over.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Very good. Yeah, I was number 121 member into the GR level when they came out, and I I'm trying to remember. I think we had to pay $80 or $100 to join this, and then you got your own private thing on there, and this and that. So I've enjoyed it. We keep it. It's once you got it, you can use it on all your computers, and it's kind of fun to have that kind of an inside track, I guess, on there, Dave.
That's what I'm finding with the, I used to use one called Pickle 3 on the Android devices, and that one no longer works with the latest update, so I had to find something else and went to their forum, and the developer of WX is out there on that forum, and you ask him for a copy of it, and he'd tell you how to get it and install it.
Very good. Yeah, they're out there, but when he got involved in it, he used to be the weatherman up down in Rockford at one of the local stations, and then he went over to NIU and runs the, I'm not sure what department, and they developed with that Gibson Ridge, I think it is, the software and all that, and the one company did the development, and he was kind of the writer of it, and he really is into that, but he did a great job, and he really took off when the storm chasers came about. That's where he really did good on it. Sold a lot of copies of that, so it's pretty good to have somebody local that's into that there, Dave.
Okay. Nice talking to you, and we'll let Jimmy take the net back over. Over.
Dave, catch you later. See you at the meeting Monday.
Okay.
Thanks for the check-in, pass on that information. Let's see, Mike's K9MED is recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. I'm sure when Ricky, WX9RLT, listens to this net, you'll hear a lot of information about a lot of this weather stuff. That's very interesting. Okay, guys. Dave, thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Talk to you down the log. Are there any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, Mike, go ahead. Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar Victor Romeo. Okay, we got it. Okay, I'll just make an S over the O then. Kilo Bravo 9, Sierra Victor Romeo. Okay, Jerome, pleasure reading your acquaintance. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Okay, Mike, thanks. Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I think we'll kind of, we were in the middle of Friday Night Fun Net trivia, but I think we're kind of going to we're just going to let that pass. I will pick it up again next week. Now, I want to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In about 15 minutes, if you can pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset, Night Watch net will be getting underway. That net runs 7 nights a week. And if you cannot get into that net via the repeater, they do have EchoLink capabilities. Okay, don't forget tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. I'm assuming it's going to be on this repeater. We'll have to wait and see what happens. The Saturday evening Ride-Tune net will take place. I don't know who will be net control. This will be the 5th Saturday of the month, so I don't know who's in net control on the 5th Saturday. We'll see what happens. But we do We go around a few times, we talk about different subjects. Net Control has a suggestive topic. If you don't want to talk about that topic, you can talk about it and bring up another topic. But that's the way it goes. That's what we call rag chewing. Saturday evening rag chew net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Probably on this repeater, but stay tuned. And, okay. Let me reset. Let's see. Sunday evenings at 7. Well, wait a minute. Tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. there's also the Saturday night fun net. That meets on the 146-910 repeater in Milwaukee. Well, technically that repeater is located in New Berlin, Wisconsin. That has a PL 127.3 minus offset. You got to check it in a certain way. It's on the topic they talk about. I wouldn't even dream of bringing it up on this net. Greene County Aries Races net meets on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe with a PL 123.0 minus offset. The combination Aries Races and rag chew net. Scott K9YI, who is yet to check into this net tonight, but he's net control of that net. Okay. Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. PL 100.0 plus offset. Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net. Also at 8 p.m. the Whiteside County Aries group holds its net on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. PL 114.8 minus offset. Should not have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 200 feet in the air, or 300 feet in the air, on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater in Rockford. PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Monday night rah-rah info net. I was net control this past Monday. I think we had a total of 12 check-ins, and or whatever, 12 or 13. But then Larry, K9KCT, will do the net this coming Monday night. At the end of the net, there is a CW practice with Larry, K9KCT. Then Monday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL 82.5 minus offset. The Lee County Aries Races group holds its Monday evening net. And immediately following that one at 8:30 p.m. the Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club holds its Monday evening net on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL 100.0 minus offset. Tuesday evening. Now, the guys down in Ogle County just recently started up a brand new net. It's called the Ogle County Amps Radio Net. That net meets every Tuesday evening at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with PL 146.2 plus offset. They meet for a few minutes. If they have time, they will go to 146.595 simplex for a short simplex net. Then they'll come back at 9 p.m. for the Ogle County Amps Radio Net for Aries Skywarn. That also meets on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with PL 146.2 plus offset. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Stevenson County Aries Races net. That meets at 7 p.m. Immediately following, I am the net control of that net. Immediately following that net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit. PL 123.0 plus offset. Greater Beloit Amps Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net. I regret to say I'm not able to even hear that repeater, let alone get into it. And at 8 p.m. here in Freeport, the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus Paul said we have our Wednesday evening swap test. But yours truly, the K9GCR. Let me reset. Mel, K9RFD Repeater and his wife Dora, K9 KLA are down in Texas celebrating the birth of their new granddaughter. So I'll be filling, usually Mel and I that alternate as net control station for the SWAT net, but since he and Dory are gone, I'll be filling in for the next few weeks. Mel usually brings us amateur radio newsline, 15-minute independent news broadcast opposed to our amateur radio. But there will not be an amateur radio newsline since Mel is not here to run it. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on the 146.610 repeater. DL 114.8 minus offset. We have the Tuesday evening standby hotline. This is K9GCR to Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Central Air Freeport. That was Jonathan Osal, K9IH, checked on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. He represents CFMC, Chicago FM Club. Their net will be getting underway in about 5 minutes. If you're able to pick them up. I told him to mention that he checked on the Friday Night Fun Net. He said he will do so. So, okay, getting back to the nets I was mentioning. We got the Larry, AC9GO is net control of the Tuesday evening health and the tech net. At 7 p.m. on the 6-1 the repeater, that's followed by cold practice with Larry K9 KZT. Also at the same time at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville with the PL 123.0 minus salt at the Rock County Aries Races net is held. Okay. Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 14 here on this repeater we got the Northern Illinois Skywarn training net with Ricky WX9RLT, which is immediately followed by the Thursday evening health and tech net with yours truly. Also, don't forget Chad's Simplex net. The Rock County Simplex net, which meets every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on 146.400 Simplex. Now, do check in on that net. Last night he only had one check, and that was himself. Okay. Then, of course, on HF, you got the CNOW net, which meets between the hours of 1400 and 1500 hours Zulu on the 14.287 megahertz to 20 meters over sideband with Chuck. WB9DD or WD9MED is your net control station. Now you're all caught up to date on your nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local club. this is K9G Charter Friday Night Fun Net. Do we have any more stations wishing to check in this time? Please call now. Okay, let me tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Mike, K9MED, is live streaming this net on the internet. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, follow the instructions, and you can hear this net as soon as it is posted after I get done here. You also hear last week's edition of the net. You also hear previous editions. So listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night if you choose. Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, where it's Friday night, every night of the week. This is K9G Shard. Do we have any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, one moment, please. We have any more stations who wish to check in this time? Please call now. This is K9G Shar with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. At this time, at this very minute, Winnebago County Jail is going into lockdown. Kerry, K9MED, was telling me he listens to the jail frequencies on a scanner. Every night, exactly 10 p.m. on dispatch calls all the correction officers and says lockdown, so all the jailbirds are being put to bed at this time. 99 jailbirds. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm gonna, like I do every Friday night. Well, I take that back. Sometimes I forget. I'm going to do the amateur's code. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. It is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly, slow and patient sending when requested, friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, timely assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And finally, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony on the RBREC always says, something to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations like check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'm going to do my honorary check-ins, starting with our EC, Tony, N9ARB, and HC, honorary check-in, is N9TAB. Tracy is better half, HC, honorary check-in. And we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott, 8A9 Silver Fox. HC honorary check-in. And Justin, K9FEO. HC honorary check-in. And one of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO, HC honorary check-in. By the way, he still has tickets to the upcoming Sandwich Ham Fest a week from this coming Sunday. If you want those tickets, you can give him a call at area code 815-547-8686. I repeat, area code 815-547-8686. If you want $8 advance tickets to Sandwich Half Fest a week from this coming Sunday. Continuing on with the honorary check-in. Okay, let's do N9WSQ. George, our club president here in Stevenson County Repeater Association. Let's see, all right. KD9 LOA. Brandon, HC honorary check-in. And John, KD9 OVJ. HC honorary check-in right now. He's in Lena doing a shift for Lemons Ambulance. W9 ALG HC honorary check-in. Eric, N9MCS HC honorary check-in. Let's see now. Mike, AC9JZ HC honorary check-in. Oh, and the Ricky, yes. W9RLT HC honorary check-in. W9WWW or H9JZ, he came up with the idea of a Friday night fun net. So, okay. And let's see. AC9. Larry and Rock, and 1,800 check-ins. The overall call stands at 40 check-ins. Okay, at this time, any more stations wishing to check in the Friday night fun net, please call now. Okay, I want to thank Dan, NIDCH, and Trustee of this repeater for allowing us to use this repeater to host a Friday night fun net when we can't use any other repeater. I'm going to run down the list of stations that have checked in so far. Myself, K9GC, net control. NIGBP Greg, my early bird check-in, and KF9SD for internet check-in, also early bird check-in. Okay. K9KZT, W9AXD, AC9NW, AA9VU, K9ICH. Those are my short time check-ins. Okay. All right. Now these are those who checked in the net. KD9YBG Dale, the new kid on the block in Winnebago County. W9AXD Matt, KD9MED Mike. Live stream this net on the internet. KD9GDY, K9ZIP, Joe and Janesville, K9RTG, Norman Orfordville. K9MED Terry, no DX report tonight, but don't worry about it. It's always next week. N9EGF, N9DLB, Dave here in Freeport. We'll swap that traffic. And K9EPZL, WI9HF, Chad, K9DDF, John checked in the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. K9M Kurt, K9VBX, K9FLO, Dean, AK9F, KB9OBR, wait a minute, IC internet check-in. K9IH, we'll check on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. And on my honorary check-ins, N9RB, N9GAB, AA9SF, K9FBO, N9ZO. N9WSQ, George, our president of the Steam Country Repair Association. K9LOA, Brandon, Lena, K9OBJ, John McConnell. His son came home from college earlier this week. W9KLG, N9MCS, Eric, and trustee of the 255 Repair Star, we couldn't use it again tonight. H9JZ, Mike, WS9RLT, Ricky, AH2I Brad, and last but certainly not least, H9GO, Larry. God told us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 on regular check-ins. Let's see, myself, 2 early bird check-ins, 2 internet check-ins, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 honorary check-ins, grand total 40 check-ins overall. At this time, any more stations wishing to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your in-laws, your grandparents, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure to tell the clerk behind your bank teller. Okay, be sure to tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders in your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure to tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure to tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. You tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbi, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Tell your excuse me, sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about Friday Night Fun Net. More check-ins are better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse and take a knee or clench your fists when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the boom, we don't take your check-ins. Sorry, folks, that's it. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's Friday Night Fun. Then I hope you enjoyed those recipes, spam recipes I read. I sure enjoyed them myself. So, okay, with that, I want to thank everybody for checking in. This is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. For anywhere in the region without traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchetjaw. Tune in again next week for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR. Now closing down this Friday, April 28, 2023 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. I return the repeater to frequency normal and for radio use at 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours 15 minutes Zulu time, depending on your time preference, son. I will change my clock to daylight saving time tomorrow night. Last Sunday in April. Remember that. Okay. With that, 7-3s, everybody. Have a good evening. And this is K9GCR. This net is now closed. Repeater is now open for normal and for radio use. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good evening. This is K9GCR. Wish you all a very pleasant good night. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9GCR. Go ahead and post it, Mike. I had a 2-hour, 15-minute net and an unofficial count of 40 check-ins. Okay, so sounds good, Mike. Thanks for everything you do. Talk to you next week. K9GCR. Good night.